everybody! In the US and a couple other miscellaneous countries. It's kind of weird when you think about it, right? I mean, Thanksgiving is a holiday all about giving thanks and appreciating all the special things and people in your life. But you can say whatever you want about the holiday's origins, but the sentiment behind it is really important. But regardless of where you're from, it's just a good idea to take a step back and recognize all the good things in your life. Just acknowledge what makes you happy. In my opinion, Thanksgiving should be celebrated worldwide. Not necessarily with a dead bird and weird hats with belts on them, but a holiday all about giving thanks should be celebrated by everyone. But of course you're probably wondering now what it is that I'm thankful for today. Video games. Yeah, I'll see myself out.
So, Super Smash Bros.
Again?
Look, at this point I've talked about Smash a lot. I ranked all the stages in the latest entry in the series, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I've taught someone else how to play the game in general. Clearly I've got some things to say about everybody's favorite crossover, beloved mascots beating the ever-loving shit out of each other. And there's a reason for that.
I'm out of ideas for actual things to talk about.
Smash holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts, and I think Ultimate is the perfect showcase for why. It's brought back every character that has ever been in a Smash game. It's brought back pretty much every stage that's ever been in a Smash game. And on top of that, new characters and new stages. And there's so many ways to play. So many modes, so many modifiers and settings, so much music, so many references, so many franchises. There's so much love and appreciation for the entire video game industry in this $60 cartridge the size of something worth 25 cents. This series' creator, Masahiro Sakurai, and everyone else on the development team clearly wanted to make sure this game would live up to its title of Ultimate, and as such, they deserve the highest of praise.
And as of October 18th, 2021, the game's finished. Well, I mean, it'll still be Spirit events, but by all accounts, this is a complete game. There will be no new characters, no new content, the game probably won't be updated anymore, and the development team can finally take a nice, long, and very well-deserved rest. So this is it. And the journey from when the game was announced on March 8th, 2018 to where we are now has been something truly special. And something this special deserves a proper send-off, which is why I've been giving it so much attention lately. So without further ado, I want to talk about my favorite part of any Smash game: stupid people on the internet.
Thanks to its impressive crossoverness, Smash has built quite the reputation for itself. So when a new entry in the series is announced, people pay attention. And by pay attention, I mean immediately take to the internet and begin rampantly speculating as if their lives depended on it. What new characters will be added, what new stages will be added, what new modes will be added, what character stages and modes will be returning, will it be a new game?
Wait, what?
I think my favorite part of the speculations surrounding Ultimate when it was first announced was whether or not it would be a completely new game, or if it would just be a port combining the last games in the series, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, with some extra content added on top.
And that is probably the funniest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
I mean, looking back on it now, with the full game out, Ultimate is clearly its own game. But even then, it was kind of silly to think that it would just be a simple port of Smash 4. I get why people thought that. Ultimate had a relatively short development cycle compared to previous entries, and Nintendo was porting a lot of their games from the Wii U to the Switch. It wasn't really a stretch to think Ultimate was going to be a simple enhanced port, but also, I mean, come on, why wouldn't it be a new game? If it was just a port, don't you think they would have just said that?
That would be like me trying to give someone a new car, but instead of a new car, it's actually the same one they totaled a couple weeks ago. Like, who would be stupid enough to be on either side of that interaction?
Fortunately, most of that sort of speculation would be put to rest at E3 2018, where we get a 25-minute look at the game in Nintendo's 40-ish minute direct. That's something I mixed up there. The big thing revealed here was that every single character in Smash history would be returning, along with some newcomers, and this was huge! Nobody saw this coming! This was an absolutely insane reveal! And we also got a newcomer reveal in the form of Ridley from Metroid, after fans have been begging for him to be playable pretty much since Super Smash Bros. Melee!
And that was pretty much the catalyst, because after that, speculation went through the roof! It's weird, because it feels like there was way more speculation after the E3 showcase when we knew way more about the game than before when the game was first announced and we knew nothing.
I don't really know what it was about Smash speculation videos on YouTube that was so interesting to me, but I watched so many character wish lists and prediction videos during Ultimate's life. Even if there was a lot of repeats across pretty much every video on the internet, I can't tell you how many times I saw people say Crash Bandicoot, Master Chief, Minecraft Steve, the default guy from Fortnite, Waluigi, the Doom guy, and Sora Kingdom Hearts were pretty much a guaranteed character edition. And we only ended up getting 2 of them. But regardless, these videos were still a lot of fun to watch, and I don't know why. I guess it's just fun to see everyone come together and throw their wacky character ideas in the ring. It just goes to show how big Smash is and how much of an impact it's created. And the fact that pretty much the entire gaming community can come together around Smash and leave their guesses for characters and features and everything, you just don't get that with any other game.
It was also just cool to see how much thought people put into their character requests. And sometimes you would just have people saying, oh, here's a character I want, or one that's pretty likely. And sometimes you would have people designing whole movesets around a character. It was just so interesting to see how crazy and creative people got with it.
I mean, there's really nothing else like the time when a Smash game is announced. It almost feels like there's a unique energy on the internet. As if everyone is focusing on only Smash Bros. Nothing else matters but seeing what gets added to this new game. It's not really something you see replicated with any other game. Since Smash brings together so many uniquely different franchises, chances are anybody will care even a little bit about Smash, and their attention will be turned towards it. Because if there's one franchise they care about in the game, then what other franchises could be in the game?
And when you want representation from the series bad enough, that's when you whip out Photoshop and decide you're going to ruin a couple 100,000 strangers' lives.
I voiced my general distaste for leaks before. They don't really benefit anyone, because if the leak is true, then it ruins the surprise whenever something's announced, and if it's wrong, then you've got everyone's hopes up for no reason. All it does is give you a little bit of attention on the internet for a little bit of time, and everyone hates you afterwards regardless of the outcome. And if you're that desperate for attention, then I suggest you find a new hobby.
Might I suggest learning how to play croquet? I'd keep you occupied for a couple months.
But whether you like them or not, leaks play a pretty big part in the world of speculation. I mean, if one leak is wrong, what other leaks are wrong? But if a leak is right, what other leaks are right? I suppose when you have a bunch of leaks running at the same time, it's hard to know which is right and what to believe, which leads to hilariously fun chaos. And in Smash Bros, there are a lot of leaks running around at the same time. And if you followed Ultimate's build-up to the release pretty closely, then you probably know where this is going. In the last couple months before Ultimate's release, one of the most infamous leaks in Smash history surfaced, featuring an image of the Everyone Is Here banner with some new characters added to it. The leak was nicknamed the Grinch leak because there's also some pictures of the Grinch somewhere on here.
Yeah, no, sure, whatever.
But around the same time, another leak from a pretty reputable leaker claimed that Ken and Incineroar would be the final 2 fighters added to the base roster. The opposing views from these 2 leaks had the Smash speculation community completely up in arms about which leak was right, endlessly analyzing both to see if they could find some sort of clue to anything, and it was all very entertaining to watch go down. And it also made for a pretty interesting finale to Ultimate's waiting period.
Of course, with the November 1st, 2018 Nintendo Direct, the Grinch leak was proven wrong, and so Ultimate could finally come out, and everyone could finally calm down a little bit. We're gonna be doing this for a while, aren't we?
The DLC for Smash Ultimate was simultaneously a blast and incredibly exhausting. I mean, with every single reveal, it truly felt like it could have been any character from gaming. It really felt like a fucking piranha plant and Sephiroth had the exact same chance of being a character in the game. And the weirdest part is that they both were. Speculation was pretty high for definitely the entirety of Fighters Pass 1, even with a couple leaks thrown in there, but with the introduction of Fighters Pass 2, I think things started to cool down. I think people were really starting to get tired of Smash speculation after the announcement of probably Sephiroth. I mean, at that point, the game had been out for 2 years. Like, yeah, it's a great game, and people were definitely still playing it, but it also didn't really feel like people cared about who the last 3 characters would be either.
I mean, when Ultimate was first announced, there were people that were starting middle school, and by the time the game was ending, those same people were going into high school. Is that not insane? The Cyber literally drew attention to that fact himself. It's fucking crazy!
The longer the game was out, the more people began to move on, and I think the idea that truly anyone could be added really didn't help things. It's kind of like how speculation was when the game was first announced. I think the reason the focus was on whether or not it would be a new game and not the new characters and modes that would be added was because we didn't know anything about it, so there was really nothing we couldn't speculate about. The only limit was our imagination. The only problem with that is that without limits on the imagination, it kind of becomes hard to figure out what to imagine. Not having any rules is fun, but it can raise your expectations so high because you let your imagination run too wild. It's probably why people were so obsessed with trying to make rules on which characters could be added. Stuff like, they can only be from this specific series or developer, or the game the characters originally come from have to be rated lower than M, or the characters can't be assist trophies, or they can't be spirits, or Mii costumes, or whatever. But really, the only rule was the one Sakurai said himself. The character originally has to be from a video game. And that's it. And he proved that again and again and again and again, and it was awesome and incredible every single time. But it also started to become a little tiring trying to predict who the next fighter would be, because it literally could have been anyone.
And yet, after all is said and done and the final character is added, I miss it. I miss speculation videos. I miss watching trailer analyses to try and determine a character's moveset before they even come out. I miss watching moveset concept videos. I miss watching predictions. I miss watching reactions to new characters. I miss patiently waiting for the next Nintendo Direct to see who was right and who was wrong. And most of all, I miss Sakurai proudly showcasing the character because I loved being able to see how much he clearly loved making this game and everything that went into it. I was there on day one, and I was there on its last day, and I wasn't able to do that with any previous Smash game. And so the fact that this is the game that I was able to see from start to finish is honestly incredible. And I've grown up a lot too. I've changed a lot as a person during this game's life. Not because of it, just I've grown with it. Seeing that announcement trailer seems simultaneously like a lifetime ago and like it was yesterday. I don't really know what to say, because plenty of other people have said it before. Super Smash Bros. Isn't just a huge crossover fighting game. It's a celebration. In the same way that it brings countless other franchises across gaming together, it also just brings people together. Whether it's competitively or casually, a huge group of people, or just a couple friends, whether it's to play or to watch, to speculate on who will join the fight next, to cheer triumphantly when a character you want is added, or to groan loudly when they add another fucking Fire Emblem character. And that's why I'm thankful for Super Smash Bros. Not just because it gave me a fun fighting game, but because it gave me memories. Memories of playing with friends, raging when I lose against an online spammer, teaching my family how to play, watching all the silly Smash videos on the internet, and cheering at all of the new announcements. It's not something I could get with any other game. It's an experience that can only be described as magical. I look like an idiot. I mean, I'm thankful for food or something. Happy Thanksgiving.